遥映人间冰雪扬。
There's no need to get too rough here.
Your Majesty.
Warrior Bailey, I am quite amazed at your skills as a fighter.
Your praise is greatly appreciated, Your Majesty. Warrior Bailey here is a favorite of our fourth prince in Northern Yan. He also wishes to convey his high regards for His Majesty. When the time comes, we would welcome her ladyship
Now,
in marriage.
don't get too presumptuous.
I agree. To speak in such a way before a match that will win her ladyship's hand sounds highly suspicious as well. So are you an envoy for Northern Yan? Or are you working for the fourth prince alone?
Niwang, what was official Sucha talking about?
Master Su was just giving some remarks about the sparring match. That's all, Your Majesty.
Does our official not only possess unparalleled knowledge in literature, but in martial arts as well?
Your Majesty. He only remarked that Warrior Bailey is known to be a highly skilled fighter, but his moves are too rigid, that even a few children can defeat him because of that flaw.
So he thinks a few children can bring down our warrior. Then explain how that is so, since you know so much.
It wasn't meant as an offense. I'm sure that Warrior Bailey went through so much to hone his skills to such a degree. Why would I want to ruin his bright future? I wish you wouldn't take that remark too seriously.
That boastful remark you made in front of His Majesty is something we can't simply ignore. Now, since action speaks louder than words, why don't you gather a few children to spar against him? I'm sure Warrior Bailey is still feeling weary from his bout, but we must find out if there's any truth to your boastful airs.
I hope you don't mean that, sir. And even if I do find some children, I'd still have to train them for a few days. I beg you, sir. Just forget about what I've said. You're both guests of the court. It would be tragic if this ruins our camaraderie.
Look here. You may find his words acceptable, but I find it more an insult.
Very well. If you need time to train those children, we'll give you a few days to do it. His Majesty will set the day, and we'll be here for the bout.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm not a local here, and I'm not familiar with most parts of the capital. I wouldn't know where to find those children.
That's simple. There are many martial arts schools at the countryside. You can find your trainees there.
Wait. Those children are trained and quite skilled. Warrior Bailey could find himself at a disadvantage.
Oh, my lady's very considerate. To have him attacked by trained school children would really not be fair.
If it's the untrained children you need, the palace has them. Aren't there many children residing at the prisoners' quarters?
Yes, the children from the prisoners' quarters. They're a better choice than those of the local citizens. Your Majesty, will you approve of it?
What do you think, Commander Meng?
Your Majesty, Su Che is right. It is a better choice. If Warrior Bailey wins, it's no great loss. And if he loses, they lose their confidence. Either way, it will not harm your image. Your Majesty, I suggest you allow it. Of course, the choice is yours.
Fine, all right. Gao-chan, pick a few children at the prisoners' quarters.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the children's build will play a vital role here. Let me pick them.
Go on.
Brother Sue, are you feeling confident about this? I've just tried out these boys, and not one of them knows a thing about martial arts.
Ever heard of the Lingshu sword formation?
Are you talking about the Lingshu illusion? That mysterious sword formation? Of course I've heard about it, but that move has long since disappeared.
What's the matter? Don't you have any faith in me?
Of course I do, my friend. After all, you're a scholar. But these boys have no foundation. And what if they're slow learners?
Rest easy. Since he said he can do it, he would know what to do when he trains them. I'd like to see how these boys will put Bai Li Chi down. Then we'll see if he'd have the nerve to spar with Sister Ni Wang.
Failure. Make them move as fast as you when you're doing it. Only then can I be assured of triumph.
Do it faster!
Excellent moves.
My lady.
You came by, my lady.
Master Su. You're training these lads so they can deal with Bai Li Chi, which has to do with my affairs. So I came by to observe their progress.
So far, I'm afraid that we still haven't made any real progress. Perhaps it might even earn your ridicule.
Thank you for guiding me here. I appreciate it.
It's an honor, my lady. Oh, well, if there's nothing else, I'd better get back to work.
If you don't mind my request, would you please have these lads repeat that formation they were just doing? The formation is quite intriguing. Unfortunately, it lacks aggression. Bai Li Chi's skills are based on strength. Overpowering him will not be that simple.
We still have a few more days to practice. This can't be rushed.
A few more days will not make any difference. Unless you still have something up your sleeve. I'm trapped in this predicament, and there's nothing I can do. That's why I beg you, do something.
Don't worry, my lady. I'll do my utmost best to keep you safe.
I don't know why, but I do believe you.
I see that your highness is still feeling worried, and had to personally come and check on Ting Sheng.
I'm sure you've always expected I would come. I heard about your nasty remark at the palace a few days ago, and I also heard many other things about you.
Oh? And what has your highness heard about?
I've been in the barracks for too long, far away from court affairs, and I've been misinformed. I wasn't even aware that Prince John and Prince Yu are your friends now. I do apologize.
The Crown Prince and Prince Yu are not my friends. They merely wish to recruit me as their advisor.
Her ladyship once said, Sir Mei has a bright future ahead of him, and now here you are, content with being an advisor.
What's wrong about being an advisor? I would have the people depending on my word. I can accomplish great feats. I may even be remembered for them, and cherished someday.
So have you chosen to advise the Crown Prince, or Prince Yu, sir?
I've chosen your highness. Just you, Prince Jing.
You chose me. So you've chosen me. Then you're surely lacking in foresight and judgment. Mother's a second-class concubine in the imperial harem, with no prominent kins. I'm 31, yet I'm still not a first-rank prince. I'm just a military officer who mostly deals with boors. I have no connections in any bureau or any court ministries. What can you achieve with me?
I know your highness is in a weak position, but you're still the prince I choose to serve.
We did not expect your royal highness. Do forgive us. His highness and her ladyship have gone to the mansion outside the city this morning and will return tomorrow. Is there anything we can do to assist you, your royal highness?
They'll return tomorrow?
Yes, your highness.
You mustn't worry then. I was just passing by.
Everyone in court knows that the eligible choices to succeed the throne someday are the 7-pearl first-class prince and the crown prince. Both of them are better choices.
Then my accomplishments would be far less exciting if I decided to choose either of them. If I'm able to help a prince, the least one everyone expected to suddenly rise to the throne, wouldn't that prove just how accomplished I am?
Those with accomplished minds can harbor the strangest ideas.
Your Highness, let's be honest here. Do you really want to see what would happen to our lands if either of them wins the throne?
Since you've come to the capital to rile things up, you must have come prepared. I'm quite certain that you've already studied my background.
Of course. An advisor doesn't blindly choose the master he serves.
Ascending the throne has been an inconceivable dream I never had. But if it is the best way to stop the Crown Prince and Prince Yu, then I'd be willing to take any step.
Your Highness, I need you to accept me as your advisor. To prove my honesty, I helped gain Tingsheng's freedom as a gift.
So you had Tingsheng liberated for me?
Yes.
Since you've already known my full background, then you should know I hate advisors. You people just love to scheme all the time. Even if you do help me gain the throne someday, don't assume that you'll be highly favored. Would you consent to that?
We're not there yet. I'll still have many opportunities to win your Highness's trust. But my faith in you lies in your character, which is a far cry from your brother's.
You and I have only met. What do you even know about my character?
Just consider yourself as my best bet. Among the surviving princes around, the third prince is physically disabled, the sixth prince unambitious, and the ninth prince is far too young. As I've said, your Highness's situation may be poor, but you're still the best choice among them.